Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. And his first pass is incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Wentz going to throw. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. On play action, Wentz.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the Colts' 46-yard line.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. They'll try and run the option. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So after the INT, here's Wentz. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Now Wentz. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. Now Wentz toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Wentz to throw again. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Wentz on the bootleg. Rolling to his left. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley-Cox. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion. But you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them. No pickup.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the foot. So it goes as a key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is caught by Hilton. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Jags grab it. Room here to run. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Kari Willis there to bring him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there, holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now Lawrence on 1st down. That's going to be caught. It's Shenault. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one good for 37 yards.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3-yard line, got to love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Hyde. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brings us 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, he usually gets it done. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. On first down, Wentz. He's got Jack Doyle. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Complete to Jack Doyle. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Throwing now is Wentz. They'll get this off to Taylor. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Wentz now on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 37 yards. Taylor diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. Robinson, a first down and then some. And he'll be out right at the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's good for our Jaguars.
Here's Lawrence. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot, and here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Throwing on first is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Caleb Chason. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked by Jared Wilson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out, got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react.
Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, as time expires in the first half. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And it's good to make it 14-0. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them, because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And connecting here with DJ Sharp. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Complete to Jones.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long game or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. They call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
At the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Wentz going to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. To throw, it's Wentz. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked by Jared Wilson. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 30, the 20, 10, and nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Well, just as they thought they were going to add to their lead, the rug gets pulled from right underneath them on that pick. And now after that big return, might be the other sideline grabbing the lead.
Yeah, very well could be. This week, count on your defense.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marvin Jones there to make the grab. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Looking deep for Hilton. It's caught inside the 25.
You got to run, baby. Finish some more.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Jags grab it. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Lawrence. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, Lawrence. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Laviska Shenault, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Corey Willis. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And it's 2nd down.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, and it's 3rd down. Throwing is Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Jamal Agnew on the return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Lawrence.
And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
They'll get this one to Pittman.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Wentz now on 1st down. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. My word, it'll be nothing short of a monstrous loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and about a mile here. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down. Now Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Wentz. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Jags grab it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Flushed out right. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Manhertz there to make the grab.
And the Jaguars have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up.
Well, that two-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this, but you got a ball in your hands now, and you got the thing locked in pretty well. You got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What is it?
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. They'll roll him out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll go option to the short side, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote. Now Taylor. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for 28 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is caught inside the 5. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
What looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. To throw is Wentz. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Josh Lambeau on for the field goal. A very long attempt.
And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.